Hey everyone, it's Melissa. Today's video is favorites. Favorites for the month of October with bleeding into November a little bit. And there's a bunch of them. I must have had a favorite month. I must have had loved a lot of things this month because there is a bunch of them. But so I will go ahead and get started. The first one, let me get to my list. I've got so many lists on my planner. I've got Christmas lists, I've got individual lists, I've got this, I've got that, I've got menus, I've got, trying to get things organized for the fall. All right. Okay, the first one on the list are these 3 palettes. I used the heck out of 3 palettes this past month. Let me bring my stuff up here. I really used the heck out of 3 palettes. The first one is the one that I have on. It is the Tarteist Pro. I've had it for a long time. I love it. I use a lot of these purples when I'm wanting to do a purple look. It's a soft plum look that you always get with it. It's just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. The next one that I used the heck out of was the Soft Glam. I did a look with it by Anastasia. Gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Gorgeous palette. And when I wanted to do a green look, I went with the Born to Run by Urban Decay. Look at those green colors. And at the age I am, I have to, I will use green and I will use blue and brighter colors, but I do try to tone them down a little bit and do neutral colors with them. So these 3 palettes have just really done things for me this past month. I really enjoyed them. 2 lipsticks, one new and one I've had for a while. The one I've had for an hour I've got on today. It is the Honeyed Bloom by 245 by CoverGirl. Oh, that's a pretty lipstick. Well, you can see what it looks like on. The other one is another Maybelline. I have gone to town on those Maybelline lipsticks, getting them through. I usually get them through grocery pickup at Walmart. That's been dangerous a bit for me because I've been getting a lot of drugstore makeup. Though grocery pickup, just go over to the drugstore department and pick it up for me, or to the makeup department. This one is Maybelline 655 Daringly Nude. Pretty, pretty, pretty. That's about the prettiest nude. It's really nice. It's creamy. It isn't drying, but it isn't. It's matte, but semi-matte. It's one of those. It's really opaque. I like a real opaque lipstick. I don't like these that you can just kind of see through. I mean, to me, it's just don't even bother. So I like one that is really, you just can't see through it. It has really got a lot of pigment to it, and it's not one of those flimsy lipsticks. Okay, so those are my makeup favorites, I guess. Okay, next I'm going to go on to hair. There have been 3 products that I have really enjoyed for hair. The first one I have talked about before, but I love this mousse. It is the Garnier Curl Construct. I use it on curly hair, and I use it like when I want to get a lot of volume in my hair, because it will bring, not only will it bring out the curl when you want to do curly hair, it'll also bring out your body. You can use it wet or dry. And I never knew that you could use it dry until Kristen told me she had read an article about, or seen somebody's video, Kristen321, several years ago. And then I recently watched a video with Laurie Pride in Photos, and she did it on dry hair too. Not this mousse, but she did mousse on dry hair. So it is a thing, and it really does work. So I will use it wet sometimes, and I will use it dry sometimes. But anyway, this has been a favorite. And then if I use it like to get the style now, I'll use it dry. Then do my curling iron, do my rollers. And then I have been spraying rollers when I get them in, my Velcro rollers, with the Spray to Mode by Bumble and Mumble. I've had this for a long time, used it for years. It is a flexible hold. So when you put it like in your Velcro rollers and you take your hair down, you can still run your fingers through it. It isn't all stiff and crunchy. You can run your fingers through it and just, get that kind of look, that wind-blown type of look, or a looser type of look. And this helps to set it. It helps it to have the body and helps it to stay put this on, roll your hair, do your curling iron, roll your hair, and then put this on top of your Velcro rollers, and just it'll stay. And then you can, you know, spray it or not spray it after you get through. But these two, before and after curling iron and Velcro rollers, very, very much enjoyed that. And the third thing has been this oil. It is, I use about a half a drop. I've had this for a while, and you can just see I barely used it. It just takes a tad of it. It is that you can get on Amazon. It is the Orofluido. It really does a great job, just a tad, and it will really help the frizz without weighing it down. Oils just really weigh my hair down. It is fine, it is thin, but a lot of times it just gets so much frizz in it that, especially like on second day hair, I can't do anything. I can't even put a pick through it without just being frizzy. But if I put this on first, it will, you know, really, really help a lot to, it will really help a lot to bring that frizz down without weighing it down. I really like this a whole lot. It's been very good for my hair. The next one is just something that it was a necessity for me. I don't know how I could have made it through the month without it. I had to have a cyst removed on my stomach, and the dermatologist put 10 stitches in it. Well, I had some kind of reaction to those stitches. So for 2 weeks, it was a nightmare, the itchiness. It was just terrible. So I called him and said, what am I gonna do? And I said, should I put a steroid cream on it? She said, no. What we recommend is to go and get some Cerave itch relief moisturizing lotion. She said it is wonderful for itchy skin, and it won't interfere with the healing process. I could put it directly on there and it won't interfere. And sure enough, she was right. It is wonderful. Doug gets really itchy skin in the wintertime, so he's going to be using it this winter. If you have any kind, live in a climate that's exceptionally cold and get that itchy, dry skin, get you some Cerave anti-itch moisturizing lotion. She said it is wonderful, and it is. It really saved me when I was having some kind of reaction to those stitches. I love this stuff. This one, I have talked about it before, but I'll talk about it again. It is the Yardley original formula Yardley soap, and this one's the lemon. Yeah, that's right, the lemon. I have lost the box, but I looked up the colors, and this was the lemon. Yeah, it's lemon. But it is so good at washing out your brushes and your sponges. I have been experimenting with, you know, trying different kinds of stick foundations, and a lot of them I've been putting on with a damp beauty blender. Well, the thing that I dislike about a beauty blender is you have to clean it, and it's always have such trouble. I have used dedicated cleansers, you know, for beauty blenders. I have used my shower gel. I have used Dawn. I have used hand soap. This does the trick like nobody's business. You just put it under some water, take your, you know, dampen your beauty blender, rub it across, squeeze it out, and it is clean as a whistle. Same with your brushes. Just wet your brush, run it across, wet it again, done. It just takes just like that to do your brushes. So I love this Yardley Original Lemon soap, solid soap. I love it. It'll last forever too. Okay, the next one is a podcast. I think I've been listening to several new podcasts, but one I will over the next few months talk about them as I listen to more. But one of them I have really enjoyed. It is going on right now, so you get a new episode every week, and that is Dr. Death 2. I liked Dr. Death, the original Dr. Death. It was about a doctor, neurosurgeon, I believe, that was so incompetent that he kept paralyzing people, and some people would end up dying just from simple procedures. And it took a group of doctors to finally bring him down and actually have him arrested. So this one is a continuation, but with a different doctor. This one is in Michigan, and it is a doctor that is an oncologist that just puts everybody on chemo that comes to see him, whether they need it or not, even if they don't have cancer. So that has been really good. He's got other doctors now that are, you know, talking to the government and stuff in my episodes. So that it's really good. I'm really enjoying Dr. Death 2. Wondery is who is putting it out. And I will find just a basic link, and then you can see how you can watch it. Now the next one is a series that we really liked a lot called McDonald Dodds. And a couple of people said they didn't. I mentioned it on Instagram that they didn't care for it as much, but we really liked it. But there's only been 2 episodes, and it says that they're going to be downloading more episodes. They haven't yet, so I don't know if they didn't get enough interest or what. But if you like it, we really liked it a whole lot. It's about a London detective, a woman, London detective, and they send her to Bath. And she's real, street smart and everything. And she is paired with a man in his 60s, an older detective that is not, tech. He writes everything out by hand, and she gets all frustrated with him, and she thinks he's incompetent. She's always rolling her eyes at him. But then, you will see him. He'll look at the camera, and this look will come in his eyes, and you realize, oh, he knows what he's doing. Yeah. He's smart. And so, of course, he solves the crime, and so they are building up a mutual respect, And like at the end of one of the episodes, she said, you really know this crime stuff, don't you? He said, well, yeah, I do. So it is really good. But I have heard dissension on the verdict of that, so I don't know. It might be worth watching. I liked it. With cooler weather coming up, I love these. I heard about them from Vanessa, the Bombshell Suite. She told me about them last year. She told us about them last year, and I bought them then, and they're still going strong and look terrific. I love these things like crazy. I might have already mentioned them, but with cooler weather coming up, these are just so cozy and terrific. They are, faux fur and faux, but they're so warm and so comfortable, and they've got cushion inside. Let me see how much they are. $24.99. And these, I don't know how long they're going to last. I tell you, they're in great shape so far, and I've had them a year and going strong. And my dog, I wear them pretty much every day, and especially when it's cold. I don't like to go barefooted in my house. And my dog Oliver has taken them, and we've had to, have a tug of war with him. They've just held up great, and I really, really like them a lot. I think I'm going to get them for family members for Christmas because they're just really, they're fantastic. They're like Uggs or something, but they're not, because they're just under $25 barely. But they're great. I absolutely love them. They sold out of them for a while, but they've got them back in now, I saw. But there was a big demand for them there for a while. They were just terrific. I love these. I love them. These, if you like to wear house shoes, you'll love these. I got the best pillowcase. And in fact, one of my granddaughters saw it, and she said, oh, I'd like one of those for Christmas, because she's got real curly hair that breaks easily. But I noticed the back of my hair, it was breaking back there, and I finally figured out it was the satin pillowcase. I don't know, it had worn out. I had it for several years, or it just wasn't slippery enough, or whatever. So I started looking for silk pillowcases. I found one on Amazon. I think it's called Zima Silk. $30 for a king, which I thought was a good price because it's going to last me for a long time, and I really like it a whole lot. I have noticed that it doesn't feel like you can tell when you turn your head if it's pulling your hair or not, and when I turn my head, it doesn't. I lay on the pillow and turn my head, and it just slides. It glides back and forth, whereas before it pulled. So I'm really tickled with my silk pillowcase. $30 for a king. And the last item, on Halloween, I fixed my grandkids some hot apple cider in a crock pot. And because they were kind of, playing outside just right here in the neighborhood. And I added these spices to it. It's the original spice blend, cider spices from Aspen. I ordered 4 because I'm going to be using them through the holiday season. And I've got, 3 left. But you take like a gallon of just plain old apple cider and warm it up, and you put a whole carton of this in it, and stir it all up and everything. It is so good. My grandkids went crazy. My kids went crazy over it. Doug went crazy over it. In fact, I saw that he bought some more cider for me to do another batch of it. But it is really good. It makes a good, I've tasted every year. I always do this. I make some hot apple cider, and this is the best one I've tasted. I really like it a whole lot. It's got different ideas on there, and baked goods and stuff that you can use it. Wine, brandy, tea, and cider. got all recipes for that. So that might be good with some hot tea. I might try that too. I'll let y'all know if it's good in that. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hope it's not too long. Can't tell how long it's been. But I appreciate it. Y'all take care. Stay safe. And love you all. Talk to you in a couple of days. Bye-bye.